Welcome back to
broadcast.
I'm not the kind of person who gets scared easily. I mean, I've seen a lot of weird stuff in my life, worked odd jobs, been through long shifts, dealt with rude customers, but nothing. Nothing could have prepared me for what I found at my new job. I had just started working at this fast food joint, let's call it McBurgers, and like any new hire, I was eager to learn, eager to impress. But there was one thing that freaked me out from day one: the break room. Every day I passed by it, I noticed it had this aura. The door was always locked, sometimes chained. Nobody seemed to go in. Sometimes I'd ask my coworkers about it. "Oh, that? Don't worry about it," they'd say. "Manager's stuff." Or maintenance. Vague, evasive. And the way they said it, I could feel them avoiding my gaze. At first I didn't think much of it. I told myself, okay, maybe it's just storage, maybe it's supplies, cleaning chemicals. I shrugged it off. I was new. You keep your head down, right? But curiosity, it eats at you. One night I stayed late, helping close. My manager had left early and the break room door was slightly ajar. I swore I hadn't touched it. It just looked open. I don't know why I went in. Part of me wanted to just leave, but part of me needed to see. The smell hit me first. It was metallic, thick, rotten. My stomach turned immediately. My hands started shaking and I realized this wasn't food, not the kind we served. My eyes adjusted to the dim light and I saw it. Piles of meat, stacked and covered in sheets, slowly turning gray and green. The texture, the smell. I couldn't even process it at first. My brain refused to accept it. Human. It was human. I vomited. I couldn't move. I wanted to scream, but my voice felt trapped. The sheets moved slightly, like the air wasn't enough to mask the horror beneath them. I had to get out. I don't even remember running, but I made it outside into the empty parking lot. I just ran. I quit right there. Texted the manager a simple, "I'm done." Didn't even think about returning. I got in my car, drove home, and haven't gone back since. But here's the thing. It doesn't end there. I can't stop thinking about it. Every time I close my eyes, I see the color of the meat, the way it shifted under the sheets, the smell that made my stomach knot. Sometimes I think I see shadows when I'm walking alone, or I hear faint creaks in my apartment, and my mind immediately goes back to that room. I told myself I was overreacting. But what if they noticed I saw it? What if anyone knew I was there? Every time my phone buzzes with a random notification, I flinch. Every car that slows down near my street makes my heart pound. I keep thinking about the coworkers. They avoided the break room like it was a bomb, but they went in. They must have known. What were they doing with that horror? I can't go back. I can't even drive past the place without my chest tightening. And sometimes, late at night, I feel like I'm being watched. I know it's probably paranoia, but I also know that curiosity got me into that room. And curiosity, well, it almost cost me my life. After that night, I never went back. I quit right there, left my uniform on the counter, and drove home like my life depended on it. And honestly, it probably did. But leaving didn't make it stop. Even now and months later, I can't walk past a locked door without my stomach twisting. Every dark corner feels like it could hide something I shouldn't see. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can see that room, the sheets, the way the meat shifted, the smell that burned my lungs. And I swear I can hear faint scraping, like someone moving it. I keep replaying it in my head. My coworkers, did they know I saw it? Did they notice me noticing? I think about that all the time. Every time a stranger lingers too long, every time someone stops to watch me, my pulse races. I start looking for signs, shadows, footsteps, even reflections in windows. Sleep doesn't come easy. When I do sleep, I dream about the room. I dream that I'm back there trapped and I can't leave. I wake up sweaty, heart pounding, hearing the tiniest noise in my apartment and thinking it's him, or someone like him, coming back for me. Even the smell of meat, normal meat, anything processed in a kitchen makes my stomach turn. I've stopped eating some things entirely. Cooking, even reheating leftovers, gives me that same sick feeling. I know it sounds paranoid. I know I should be rational, but I can't. Not after seeing that room. Not after realizing what people are capable of when curiosity, secrecy, and desperation mix. So I quit. I left, but the memory didn't leave me. It never will. And I'm learning it probably never should.
You ever get that feeling? Like someone's watching you? Not casually, not like they're just noticing you. I mean, really watching. That was me working the late shift at this fast food joint. Let's call it McBurgers. At first, it wasn't so weird. There was this guy, maybe early 20s, who came in around the same time every evening. He never ordered anything, just sat, watching. And I thought, okay, maybe he's a regular, maybe he's bored. But after a week, it stopped feeling normal. He never talked, never moved much, just eyes on me. My coworkers didn't notice. Or maybe they did and didn't care. Relax, one of them said. It's just some dude. Yeah, sure. Easy to say when you're the one feeling like a bug under a microscope for hours on end. Then one night, he finally spoke. I was behind the counter cleaning up, and he leaned forward, eyes locked on me, and said, "I like watching you work." No joke, no small talk. Just that, and the way he said it, my blood ran cold. After that, it escalated. He started sitting closer to the kitchen window. Stayed longer. Sometimes I'd see him outside when I took out the trash. Always there. Always watching. And he started leaving little notes. At first, harmless things. Nice apron. You smiled today. But over time, they got personal. I saw you flinch when you dropped that tray. Don't tell anyone about me. I stopped sleeping. I stopped looking forward to shifts. My friend said I should quit. I couldn't. Something about leaving felt like giving him control. Then came the night shift. I was supposed to take out the trash alone. I knew he'd be there. My heart was pounding before I even opened the door. And there he was in the dim light of the parking lot, standing still, watching. I froze. I don't know how long he'd been there. I don't know if he'd even moved when I walked past. Just that stare, like he was calculating every step I'd take. I started to step back, and then my coworker came out to accompany me. That's all it took. He vanished into the shadows. Just like that dot after that night. I never saw him again. But the scars didn't go away. I became paranoid around strangers. Every lingering look, every unusual stare. I jumped. I kept thinking about him and what he could have done if I was alone. Later, I found out he was a young guy on heavy medication, something that made his obsessions uncontrollable. That doesn't make it any less terrifying. Knowing that a single person's compulsions could ruin your sense of safety, twist your nights into anxiety. That stays with you. Even now, I work different hours. I double-check the parking lot. I make sure I'm never alone at night. And sometimes, when it's quiet, I feel that same gaze. And I remember what it's like to be watched. And know that for a while, someone else's mind could consume yours without a single word being spoken.
Subscribe and follow.
I've spent enough time in this place to know how it works. That's not something people usually say about a job like this. Most don't stay long, a couple of months, maybe 3, and then they find something closer to the city, something easier. I've been here for 2 years, which is a long time by this place's standards. Long enough to see people come and go. Long enough to notice when things start to change. We jokingly call it AFK, though there's nothing playful about it. It's a small kitchen, poorly ventilated, and you learn quickly that laughter usually means something's about to go wrong. It wasn't always like this. I still think about my old work group sometimes. Back then, the shifts felt lighter. There were unspoken rules, a basic sense of care. Little by little, they left. I stayed. Now I work alongside people I don't really talk to, and who don't try to talk to me either. It's not hostile, just distant. We move around each other quietly, like we've agreed not to get in the way. The jokes started after the cameras stopped working because of a power outage. At first, they were small things. Deliberately contaminated food, dirty utensils where they didn't belong, laughter when someone got lightly cut or burned. No one said anything, least of all the manager. He had been waiting for the right opportunity. He wanted out, but not empty-handed. A proper severance would only come if things ended the right way, so he let time pass and problems pile up. He watched without intervening. I endured it. Quietly. 2 years feel heavier when you know the person in charge is only waiting for his moment to leave. That night, it was closing shift. The atmosphere felt strange, heavier than usual. I was cleaning when I saw them gathered around the fryer, laughing like bored children. "Watch this," one of them said. They started draining the oil. They knew they shouldn't do it like that. They knew the machine wasn't completely turned off. The oil wasn't bubbling. It wasn't making noise. It looked harmless. But it was still boiling. When they opened the valve all the way, the machine reacted as if it had woken up furious. A violent stream of oil shot out. Everything turned into confusion, shouting, the unbearable smell. One of them collapsed to the floor, clutching his arm, his skin turning red almost instantly. The manager ran over for the first time in a long while. The others panicked. No one was laughing anymore. They all knew they had gone too far. The ambulance arrived quickly, its lights reflecting off the greasy walls of the restaurant. I stayed still, leaning against the wall, feeling like something had broken for good. The paramedics worked fast, practiced, almost mechanical. They spoke in calm tones, the kind meant to keep chaos under control. But there was a moment, brief, heavy, when one of them stopped moving so quickly. Shock, they said. His body had simply shut down. The kitchen felt impossibly quiet after they left. No laughter, no jokes, just the hum of machines that should have been turned off long ago. That's when I understood the cameras hadn't been the only thing broken that night. Something else had failed too, something human. And no amount of silence, resignation letters, or unpaid settlements would ever wash that away.